Earthquakes are inevitable in areas like California, Japan, or Indonesia. But what is an earthquake, and how do they occur? There are many myths surrounding earthquakes, and knowing the truth could save your life. So let's learn about the truth of what you need to know about earthquakes. This is our channel. When we hear the word earthquake, most of us immediately think of massive destruction, people running for their lives, and intense media coverage of the disaster. But what exactly is an earthquake? An earthquake is the result of a sudden release of energy in the Earth's crust that generates seismic waves. These waves travel through the Earth's layers, causing the ground to shake and creating what we commonly refer to as an earthquake. Earthquakes can occur naturally, or they can be triggered artificially by human activity. Most earthquakes happen when rocks that have been under a great deal of pressure deep within the Earth's crust suddenly break. This occurs along geologic faults. A fault is a fracture or a zone of fractures between two blocks of rock. And faults are everywhere on Earth. They crisscross the planet, and some of them extend for hundreds of kilometers. Faults are the primary reason for earthquakes. Now that we know what causes earthquakes, let's talk about where they occur. Earthquakes typically occur at the boundaries of tectonic plates. The Earth's outer layer is made up of large pieces of rock called tectonic plates. These plates move around the globe, colliding with each other and sliding past one another. The majority of earthquakes occur at the edges of these plates because this is where the rocks are most likely to break and shift. For example, the San Andreas Fault in California is a transform boundary where the North American plate and Pacific plate slide horizontally past each other. Similarly, the majority of earthquakes in Japan occur due to the interaction between the Pacific plate and the Philippine Sea plate in Indonesia. The meeting of the Australian, Pacific, and Philippine Sea plates results in frequent earthquakes. But not all earthquakes occur at plate boundaries. Some happen in the middle of plates, such as the New Madrid, Missouri earthquake of 1811, which struck far from any plate boundary. These earthquakes are less common but can still cause significant damage. When it comes to the timing of earthquakes, they can strike at any time of the day or year. However, there is some truth to the myth that earthquakes are more likely to occur at certain times. Most earthquakes happen during daylight hours, possibly because human activity, such as mining or the withdrawal of groundwater, increases the likelihood of earthquakes at this time. Additionally, most major earthquakes occur between January and March. One possible explanation for this trend is that the Earth's crust is more likely to be dry and brittle in the winter, making it more prone to fracturing. It might be helpful to know the different types of earthquakes. Earthquakes are categorized into 3 types based on their cause. The first type is tectonic earthquakes, which are caused by the movement of tectonic plates. These are the most common type of earthquakes and can range in size from small micro-tremors to massive, devastating events. The second type is volcanic earthquakes, which occur during volcanic eruptions or as a result of magma moving beneath the surface. Volcanic earthquakes are usually smaller than tectonic earthquakes, but can still pose a serious threat in areas with active volcanoes. The third type is man-made earthquakes, which are caused by human activities such as mining, fracking, or the detonation of underground nuclear bombs. These earthquakes are typically small, but the frequency has increased in recent years as a result of more human activity. Earthquakes are measured using a scientific instrument called a seismograph. A seismograph measures the strength of an earthquake using a unit called a seismogram. The point on a seismogram where the waves begin to travel outward from the source of the earthquake is known as the origin time. From this point, the waves radiate outward in all directions, traveling through the Earth's crust and generating various seismic waves. Primary waves, also known as P waves, are the fastest type of seismic wave, and they compress and expand the rocks they pass through, similar to sound waves in air. Secondary waves, also known as S waves, move more slowly than P waves, and they cause the rocks to move perpendicular to the direction the waves are traveling, creating a rolling motion. Surface waves are the slowest type of seismic wave, and they occur at the Earth's surface. These waves cause the most severe ground motions and are responsible for most of the damage during earthquakes. Earthquakes are measured on the Richter scale, which is a logarithmic scale that measures the amplitude of the largest seismic wave. Each whole number increase on the Richter scale represents a tenfold increase in the amplitude of the waves and approximately 32 times more energy released. For example, a magnitude 6 earthquake is 10 times stronger than a magnitude 5 earthquake and releases 32 times more energy. It should be noted that the Richter scale is not linear, and a magnitude 7 earthquake is not twice as strong as a magnitude 6 earthquake. Let's look at some of the biggest earthquakes in history. On May 22, 1960, a massive earthquake struck Chile, registering a staggering 9.5 on the Richter scale. This event, known as the Valdivia earthquake, was not only the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, but also resulted in a devastating tsunami that affected coastal communities along the Pacific Ocean. The catastrophic event caused widespread damage and tragically led to thousands of fatalities. Another notable earthquake occurred on December 26, 2004, in the Indian Ocean with an estimated magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3. This earthquake triggered a giant tsunami that wreaked havoc on coastal regions spanning across 14 countries. The devastating disaster claimed an alarming number of lives, leaving a profound impact on the affected communities. In more recent times, Turkey and Syria experienced a devastating earthquake on February 6, 2023, with an initial magnitude of 7.8 and a subsequent 7.5 aftershock. This event caused widespread damage and loss of life in both countries. The impact of the earthquake was felt across the region, highlighting the urgent need for effective disaster response and recovery efforts. Knowing the signs of an earthquake before it occurs can potentially save lives. While predicting the exact timing of an earthquake is impossible, there are a few telltale signs that may indicate an impending seismic event. One such sign is an increase in the frequency and intensity of small earthquakes in the area. Small foreshocks can occur before a larger main shock, providing an indication that seismic activity is heightened in the region. Additionally, changes in the behavior of natural phenomena like animal activity, water levels in wells or springs, and the patterns of volcanic eruptions may suggest that an earthquake is approaching. By staying vigilant and monitoring these potential indicators, individuals can be better prepared to respond appropriately when an earthquake does strike. The most important thing to do during an earthquake is to stay calm and follow a few simple safety guidelines. If you're indoors, take cover under a sturdy table or desk away from windows and avoid using elevators. If you're outdoors, move to a clear area away from buildings, streetlights and power lines. If you're in a vehicle, pull over and stop. Then stay in the car with your seatbelt fastened until the shaking stops. After an earthquake, be cautious of aftershocks and check for any damage to your surroundings. It's also crucial to be prepared in advance by having an emergency kit with supplies like food, water, and a flashlight. By learning what to do before, during, and after an earthquake, you can significantly increase your chances of staying safe in the unfortunate event of a seismic event. In conclusion, earthquakes are powerful natural phenomena that can cause significant damage and pose a serious threat to human lives and property. Understanding the truth about earthquakes, including their causes, types, and potential impacts, is crucial for individuals and communities to be prepared and mitigate the risks associated with these events. By educating ourselves on earthquake safety measures, we can better protect ourselves and our loved ones in the event of a seismic event. As we wrap up our discussion on the truth about earthquakes, we encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. Have you ever experienced an earthquake? What safety measures do you take to prepare for potential earthquakes in your area? Your comments can help others learn and contribute to a greater understanding of this important topic. We also encourage you to stay updated with our future content, where we will continue to explore various scientific phenomena and concepts that shape our world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel for more educational content. As always, we appreciate your support and we look forward to bringing you more informative videos in the future. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world around you.